What's going on, guys? New bike day. I'm on the Philodo Falcon 24-inch step-through fat tire bike. Dual motor, 60 volt. Figure what better way to start than in the dirt. Run some dirt roads, some dirt trails. Throw a little pavement in there. Let's see what this thing can do. As you can see, it's raring to go. It's a speed-based system, so levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all set different speeds, but it's max power in every speed. So a little different than how Wired did their cadence system on the Freedom that I have. That bike, you set power levels for each speed, and then the bike will go whatever speed you can do in that power level. Which honestly, I like that system a lot more than this. If I'm riding by myself, I don't mind setting speeds. But if I'm trying to ride with somebody else and they're riding a different speed than me, then you're either on and off with the pedals constantly, or you're using the throttle, which the throttle will allow you to migrate the speeds a little bit more. But right now we're doing 12 miles an hour. I'm in pedal assist 1. And you'll hear as we come up to this hill, it will just apply more power automatically to maintain that 12 miles an hour. Hit some sand. And it's still in power assist 1, just holding that speed right up through this. Dual motors just pulling it right along, and this I know is going to look flat on camera, but this is a pretty good climb up through here. I can tell you I've never ridden another bike that can do that in pedal assist 1. But that's how a speed-based PAS system works. So all it knows is I'm supposed to do this speed. So I need to apply whatever power it takes to reach that speed. It's not a bad system. You just have to understand how it works. Like right now, we're just kind of rolling downhill anyways. A little muddy through there. Right on through it. Now like there, I can give it just a little bit of throttle and I can fine tune it with the throttle exactly how I want to go. And stuff like this, that's fine. I don't really pedal a whole lot through this stuff because there's a lot of stuff to pedal strike on usually, and if I start cranking the pedals on this looser terrain, it's just going to ramp up the motors. As you can see, most of our snow is all gone now, thankfully. It's actually 65 degrees out right now. Oh, am I glad to have fenders. Speaking of, they're plastic, which I actually prefer. You don't hear the rocks and stuff clinging off of them constantly. But yeah, this bike's making cakewalk of all this stuff so far. Well, we're at my favorite river spot. And just to show you from the heavy flooding we had, this used to kind of be a lake. There was a hydroelectric dam at one point at the end there, and it basically recarved itself back to a river. So all this stuff now is high and dry. Pretty wild. Yep, So Long River. Show you guys what the throttle soft start is like on this. It's in pedal assist 1. So it's got a leisurely takeoff to it. But that's only every time that the display shows 0 for your speed. As you see, it's just holding the 11 because the throttle is also tied to the pedal assist levels. You cannot take it off of that either, so you can't make the throttle independent from whatever level you have it at, unfortunately. So the only way you can have full throttle is to have it in pedal assist 5, which means it's just going to want to go full tilt all the time. But we're climbing up this grade right here. Pedal assist 1, it's holding 11 miles an hour. We're in dual motor. And no problem, I didn't slow down at all for that. And then I could switch back over to pedaling. When you switch between throttle and pedaling, I notice there's a pretty big delay before it picks up the pedaling from using the throttle. So that's something to keep in mind too when you're riding it. Little sandy section through here, let's see how it does. Oh yeah, that front tire's just pulling right through it. Not bad at all. Sandy usually want to go a little faster through it than what I'm doing, but I mostly just wanted to show that the way the speed system works. A little bit of brake rub. The rotor must be warping a little bit. Something you'll get once in a while on a new bike. Sometimes a minor adjustment's needed. But we could bump it up to 2. And you can see it just wants to go. So now we're maintaining 17, 18 right around through there. This is a pretty good climb right here. Heck, we'll even do this climb. Front tire was burning quite a bit, but it made it. But with a speed-based system, you got all or nothing. It's either on or off, trying to get you to that speed. Once it reaches that speed, it backs it off. But if you stop pedaling, the motor turns off. So you start pedaling again, it's all it's got to get back to that speed again. It's not really a big deal, it's just something to keep in mind. That's how this bike operates. I'm doing just under 18 miles an hour, and I'm in gear 7 already with a good pedal cadence. So anything above 18 miles an hour, I'm going to be pedaling my ass off with no resistance on the pedals. So if you're looking to get a little exercise on this bike, you're basically limited to power level 2, or should I say speed level 2. I think on this bike I'm going to be putting a larger front chainring on it. That way I can get more usable gear range. But yeah, as far as this seasonal road goes, this bike is doing perfectly fine. I know a lot of people focus on top speed of a bike, but for me it's torque and climbing ability and how well it can handle the sand. All that stuff to me is a lot more important than top speed. You can see the dual motor just spinning the front wheel there. One thing I did also is I went to the tire size setting and I dropped it from 24 to 23.5 to see if that would get my speedometer a little bit closer to GPS. I haven't confirmed it at top speed yet to see if it fixed it, but yeah, we're bombing through these washouts down through here. You can hear that chain slapping. Even that sugar sand, front tire just pulls it back straight. I'm really impressed with these tires. There are new ones that I tried, new tread design. I'm not a super fan of the Allscapes, that style of a tread. They're okay, but they wander a lot in the sand because of the way the tread is. And these seem to hold their direction, to hold their course a lot better so far. So from throttle, now the pedaling picks back up. So that's the kind of delay you have. And like right now, this is a little faster than I really would like to go. One is a little slower than I really want to go. So it's like you kind of have to pick your battle. But for the sand here, I think I'd rather go just a little faster. So this is a good sandy hill right here. You can hear the motors. Oh, right up it. Right up it. Like I said, I'm 260 pounds, 6'3". And this thing has got the power for the sand. My wired will do that also, but the difference is the front wheel will plow through the sand. Versus this having the power to the front wheel, it pulls it through the sand. And I am noticing quite the difference there. I'll go this way. Yeah, I'm liking the dual motor. Oh, that was a pedal strike. Yeah, not too shabby. It was just a week ago I tried doing this on the X Peak, and it was so much snow through that one section I couldn't hardly make it through. It did it, but man, this bike would have been super happy through it. This is where you got to be a little careful, because with the leaves down still from last fall, you can't see everything. But lean back a little bit, ride the front of the little light, and it's just climbing right up this hill, digging through the sand. Oh, I'm liking the dual motor. Oh yeah. All right, let's see what this bike's made of. Rail this turn. Oh, that's the first real challenge it's had, climbing a hill. Now we can run this roller coaster section. Oh yeah. I am using up all the available suspension travel of that front fork. Oh, that was fun. Guys, I know this bike doesn't put out the rated power. They say 5,000 watts in all the advertisements. 2,000 watts per motor. Yeah, it doesn't. But let me tell you, it has more than enough power. Some of those roller coaster hills, my wired struggles more on the climb than this bike just did. Uh-oh. I think we picked up a passenger. Oh yeah. Wow. There we go. Good chance to show you the derailleur on this, but you can see they've got no chain guard on there. I should have put something because it's already getting tore up. So I should have added something. I wish they would have. But yeah, the bike's doing fine. You just got to keep the sticks out of it. Oh, it still doesn't want to pedal. What do we got stuck up here? Oh. There we go. Oh, we got the chain. Let me pull it off of there. Oh, there we go. Had the chain stuck in the freewheel. Between the freewheel and the frame, this derailleur is kind of shitty. Not gonna lie. I bet you I bent it. There we go. Put the chain back on. It's nice it's got a double-sided chain ring. There we go. We might be good. Yeah, sticks will mess you up in a hurry. Oh, I don't like stepping through a bike. That just feels weird. All right, I'm gonna drop. But hey, you'll have those kind of things on these big jobs. Oh, this is washed out. I gotta say, the brakes feel good. After you get them bedded in, this hill's a challenge on the wire too. Oh yeah, pulled it. Another section that's a little bit of a challenge through here. The front wheel is just digging. Come out of that corner into this climb. Oh yeah, nice. Right about through here, on my ride with the Freedom, is when I started overheating the motor. So this is a great switch over to pedaling. This is a great test of this bike to see if I have the same issues. So far, so good. The suspension, for being budget suspension, still is not super bad. I mean, this is not smooth, and this is just kind of burning right across it. I was not planning on doing that section, but I'm glad I did, because that really surprised me with what this bike can do. I mean, yeah, it's got some shortcomings as far as the way they programmed it, but it just ate that up. And it's still like, all right, we can go, let's go. Back on the road, these tires sound good. They're not overly loud, nice, just light hum to them. Traction was phenomenal. That was some of the worst riding conditions I ride through. We went through some mud, we went through some sugar sand, we did some hill climbing, we were on a bunch of loose dried out leaves. These tires pulled through all that. I didn't feel once that I was out of control with this bike. We're down to 63.5 volts right around there, it shows. Not bad. I already have 21 miles on this bike. Got it yesterday, did a little bit of riding with it. I had some friends ride it. They were all pretty impressed with it. It's funny because it's a lot like the other 60 volt high power bikes, but in a completely different way. It's different in how it does the dual motor. I mean, yeah, you have the Predator, but I'm not counting that bike. That's another class up. But compared to like the 60 volt wireds, like the Cruiser and the Freedom, it's pretty much the same overall power. But because it puts it through two motors, you have a lot more torque available. So I think they call for 153 Newton meters on the wired. And this one, they say, if you can go by their marketing, 105 Newton meters per motor, which I think is probably pretty close because you're talking 60 volts instead of 48. Most 48 volts, like on the electric XP4, that one's 85 Newton meters. So I could see us pushing 105 per wheel. I mean, even up this hill, it's just holding. Like it's just saying, I got you, don't worry. So pounding down some miles, give me a cadence sensor, and even the speed system, I'm not mad at it. This is comfortable riding 18 miles an hour. It's just impressive. It's not the speed, but climbing these hills, you can just hear it just bringing the power on, and it's just holding that 17.3 up that hill. That electric X-Peak 2.0 that I had last week, yeah, I'd be lucky if I could get 10 miles an hour up the hill. That last hill, it would have probably been 8 would be lucky. And they claim 1,300 watts, 850 Newton meters of torque, or 85 Newton meters of torque. So that just goes to show you what you get with dual motor. And the fact that 24-inch wheels, I mean, that's why I got this bike. Yeah, it's smaller, but I wanted to try the 24-inch wheels because the effective gearing is going to be more suited for torque too. We're going to run this loop backwards because we get more hill climbs that way. I just wish that I had more gears. I want to pedal right now, and so I'm basically limited to 18 miles an hour because after that I'm ghost pedaling, and I don't want to ghost pedal. I like having resistance on the pedals because, yeah, I want to get out and enjoy the air and have some fun, but I want to get a little exercise too. All right, guys, I want to give you a few specs on this bike. I'm 6'3", 260 pounds. For reference, as you see me standing next to it. The step-through model is on 24-inch tires, 17-inch frame size. So it's smaller than, say, your wired Cruiser or Scout or the Magician Alpha. So shorter riders are going to feel a lot more comfortable on this bike. It's a 60-volt, 32-amp-hour main battery. It's located right here in the middle. You don't have a rack battery to deal with, so it's just one battery to charge. And that battery being here in the center, the bike is a lot more balanced. The tires are 24-inch. I've already changed these tires out to a more all-terrain tread, a little bit beefier of a tire. It's dual motor. Now let's talk some numbers. The controllers are rated for 27 amps per wheel. In the manual, they state that it's limited to 20 amps per wheel. So a 60-volt battery at full charge is right around 66 volts. So at 20 amps per wheel, you're 1,320 watts. A little over 2,600 watts at full charge. You'll see them marketed as 5,000 watts. That's just because the motors are rated for 2,500 watts each. You will not get 5,000 watts riding this bike. Just giving you a heads up. Being honest with you. I will say though, this bike keeps up with my wired Freedom, my 60-volt Freedom. So you still have lots of power with this bike. A few things I've changed on it. Like I said, I changed the tires, changed the seat, changed the handlebars, and added a riser to it just to fit my comfort, my size. It's actually a really comfortable bike to ride. I think it's a good size for a lot of people. I'm glad they offer a 24-inch version in addition to the larger 26-inch bike that's a 19-inch frame. So shorter riders would love this bike. It feels light, nimble, easy to ride, and it's a great addition to our fleet. So looking forward to showing you guys what this bike can do, both on-road and off-road, and how it compares to some of the other bikes like the wired. So stay tuned for all that. Smooth. I like these wider mountain bike style handlebars too. The other thing about these brakes is you can actually adjust the bite point. There we go. So you can control not the position of the lever, but how far the lever pulls in before it starts pushing on the piston inside the master cylinders. So you can control how far you actually bring it in before you start getting brake action, which I kind of like that. They're the DJI Island brakes, the first bike I've had with those brakes. And with having 180 millimeter rotors, I was a little concerned about braking power. I actually already picked up all the parts to do a 203 front rotor on it. But with having the big brake pads on it, along with the smaller tire diameter, I'm actually perfectly content with the braking performance. Like, this is a big hill we're going down. I can get right on the brakes and she'll come right on down. You still see still some snow at the ski resort here. Look at that hill. You think we can climb that? Just barely. That's a big hill with a short run up. I mean, I'm leaning all the way back going down it. Not bad. Not bad at all. For $15.99 for this bike, and you can use the code FATGUY from the Fat Guy YouTube channel and save yourself another 20 bucks. There's no tax, no delivery. It was $15.79 to my door for this bike. Boy, this bike feels really good on the road, felt really good off-road. We're only down one battery bar. Shows 63.12, kind of bounce around. That's plenty. We've been riding quite a bit already. Well, yeah, rolling through the twisties. I always recommend on these higher power bikes, get rid of those little micro knobby tires if you ride the pavement. They just feel like trash. You know, let's cheat and run the golf cars. They just feel squirmy. And they just feel unpredictable. This is a good hill too, and this thing is just running it. Heck yeah. This really reminds me of the scooters with the dual motors. Like that just pull up the hill. And I like with the cadence, I can slow down my pedaling so I don't pedal strike as needed. They still haven't cleaned up the golf course yet for summertime. They're not open yet, or else I wouldn't be out here riding it. But I have family that actually works for the golf course. They work for the security team, and they don't have a problem with me being out here. So as long as they're closed for the season and I'm not doing any damage, they're fine. Oh, big hill, woo! Oh, brake. Watch out for logs. Oh, this bike is just tearing this up. I haven't had anything do this good on this stuff except for my 72 volt dual motor scooters. As far as be able to make a corner and just burn right up the hill. Back down. Oh, this is fun. This is what bike paths should be. Just go out and have some fun. This is like a roller coaster. Oh, this is a good hill. Oh, a little front tire slip. We made it. Oh man, I forgot how much fun this section is. See, because I'm limited to 18, it didn't kick the motor until halfway up the hill. But I don't want to go any faster. I really wish you could turn off the throttle follow so that you could use throttle when you needed to turn it on when you're rolling a little bit more than 18. That would be ideal. Oh, that was fun. You just feel your stomach drop coming around that corner and going down. I can't believe the golf carts can do this stuff. This stuff is steep. Now we're back up to the clubhouse where we did that grassy hill climb. Show you guys real quick. Here's the back side of the ski resort. So you can see how much snow they still have left on the ski resort to melt. I'm sure it's going pretty fast, but seeing the throttle's nice and linear, so you can use the throttle when you need to have some nice control. Now we're climbing back up this hill again. I find myself, I keep grabbing the throttle even though I don't need to because I'm pedaling. I'm used to doing that on the wired. I can give it a little bit more throttle when I want a little bit more power. But this one I don't need to because it always gives you all the power. Oh man. I don't know if I want to run more of this or not. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong, I do. We'll run this little section, why not? I just have to be careful. I'm leaning it over so far in some of these corners. I don't want to pedal strike and take myself out. So I'm just holding the throttle, then I'm pedaling when I want to pedal. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, that's a little tore up. Man, it is so steep. I just can't believe they can do that with the golf carts. Oh, come on, you got it. Oh, there's the crew up cleaning stuff up. Oh, it's so beautiful out here, though. Make sure I stay out of everybody's way. We're done with this little section anyways. But even this stuff, you come down a tight little corner, make her dig up this hill. Like, you could hear how much this thing is like, oh, this is a hill right here. I think instead of keeping this guy up, let's just run this back. This section's just too much fun. I'm leaned all the way back. Make her dig. I'm sure the camera just makes this look flat, which is so unfortunate because if you guys could see what kind of awesome this is. Watch out for the sand. Oh, she's pulling. There we go. That's a big hill. This bike is doing great. I'm not getting any overheating issues. It just keeps going. I am very, very impressed so far with the performance that I'm getting out of this thing. Like, I am not being easy on this bike. I am just making it earn its keep. And it's just going, I got you. Oh, I could do that all day, riding these cart paths. It's so much fun. It's so hilly around here. So you see the time between when I let off the throttle and before the pedal assist kicked back on. It's nice and soft. It's not like grabbing you again to go, which is kind of nice. I mean, they have the bike programmed to be pretty tame overall, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Because when you do need the power, it will give you the power. Like, you can climb those hills. I can almost guarantee that my wired would have been in thermal shutdown probably 3-4 times so far today. I gotta say, this bike inspires so much confidence. Like, I'm not even worried about railing through stuff like that. Like, there's nothing about this bike, there's no wobble, there's no shimmies, there's no anything about it that just makes me doubt that I can do stuff on this bike. And I chalk a lot of it up to the tires. Both in size, being 24-inch, it doesn't feel as lazy trying to spin these big fat tires. But also these aftermarket tires with this tread pattern, I am so impressed. I just ordered them for The XP4s as well. They make them in a 20x3. I'm gonna put them on everything. I think I'm changing out the Freedom too. I'm gonna get the Allscapes off of it. So like I said, I'm not a super fan of those tires. People talk them up and they're okay. I'm sure they're good for the majority of people, but I found their weakness, and that's sand. Those tires give you such an uneasy feeling. They just slide left and right in the sand, and it just makes it so squirmy feeling because of the tread blocks, the direction of the tread. That it just, I can't describe it. It just, you don't feel confident when you're riding through the sand with those tires. I'm still just turning the pedals like I'm doing something, even though we're doing 22 and I'm out of gear. I'm literally there. That fast, I can finally get some resistance. That part they screwed up on. They did not gear this bike correctly. I don't know if they just carried over the 26-inch tire gearing, and that's why, but this bike needs a bigger front chainring. So I need to measure out the bolt circle diameter and get one of those coming for it. The sad part is I'll probably lose my double chain wall guard unless I can find one that's got it. But oh my gosh, I'm having such a blast on this bike. This is giving me the excitement that the X-Peak lacked. The X-Peak was a great bike, but it was a boring bike. That bike is the Toyota Corolla of the world. It gets the job done, but it doesn't do it in any kind of way that gives you any kind of fun. Let's bump her up. There we go. There's power level 3. And she just runs you up to 24. And I'm pedaling like a madman. Yep, so now I'm just going to ghost pedal because I've got no resistance. So I think that's the next plan of attack, is we're gonna do a front chainring swap on this. And honestly, that's the only thing I really feel like doing. I might add an SR Sun Tour suspension seat post because once again, another bike that's got a different size seat post on it than the 4 SR Sun Tour suspension seat posts I already have. I'm gonna own stock in the company soon enough. Oh man, I don't want to go home. We're down to 61.5 volts after doing all those hills and everything on the cart path. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Having one big battery is the move. I cannot believe that Wired, when they redid their new design work, they didn't do that. Why would you not have one big battery? Nobody likes the rack battery. That's like the biggest issue they had when they first came out with that, is people breaking the racks and breaking the rack battery mounts and breaking all sorts of stuff. Oh. It bummed me out so bad when the new bikes came out and they still had it. Yeah, they made it shorter and they made design improvements to the rack and some other things, but it's like the worst spot to put the weight. Like, come on, guys. Other people have figured it out now. And so when I saw this bike and I saw it was dual motor and it had one giant battery in it that was integrated into the frame, it didn't look like a garage project, and it was $1,600. I was like, sold. I couldn't click on that button fast enough. Like, I would love to try that out. And I tell you what, for $1,600, I am not complaining. We're up to almost 30 miles on this bike now. And it's just going. Like, I haven't found anything that has slowed it down besides the stick. Dang sticks. But yeah, even this hill's like a challenge for a lot of bikes, and this thing is holding. It's only dropped down to 22 from 24. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I am about sold on dual motor. I was really thinking that, oh, this bike is just gonna make me want a Predator. Once I get to the, let's see what she'll do. .40, 41. Stable. Wow. We're just holding 40. And remember, I turned down the tire size in the display, so it's probably closer to what GPS is than what some of the reviews show. I'm gonna say it's probably 38. Yeah, that's great. All the speed I could want, all the hill climbing power I could want, all the range I could want. $1,600. $1,600. I feel like I cheated the company instead of them cheating me. I feel like I took advantage of them because they way over delivered. As funny as that is, I can even go on that hill from back up. Oh my gosh. That's like one of the torture test hills. And I can still accelerate even more up it. It's like, wow. Wow. I'm like at a loss for words with this bike. The more I ride it, the more I'm just like blown away by it. So like this one will knock, the X Peak knocked it down to 10 miles an hour. We're still doing 18, watch this, bump it up to 3. 20, 21, still climbing, 22. Like, oh yeah, it's got electric horn too. And the lights. Oh, wow guys, wow. I am grinning from ear to ear. What a fantastic bike. Absolute killer job. Is it perfect? No. But man, what you get for the money, and then you just do the touch points. I mean, I always figure your pedals, your seat, your handlebars, grips, all that kind of stuff is you're always going to customize it to your fit and your comfort level. But I can fix most of the little nuances with this bike. Oh. Well, guys, there we go. That wraps up the ride on the Philodo Falcon. She's a little more dirty now, but what an absolute hoot.